What prank backfired and became official policy? I was stationed with the 82nd Airborne when Private Jackson came up with what he thought was the perfect prank. Our new company commander, Captain Stevens, was a West Point graduate who took everything way too seriously. Stevens had this obsession with proper uniform standards, would inspect soldiers with a magnifying glass looking for loose threads or scuff marks. Guy measured the distance between ribbons with a ruler. Jackson decided to mess with him, started leaving anonymous uniform violation notices on random soldiers' bunks, made them look official, complete with fake regulation numbers and detailed descriptions of imaginary infractions. Your left bootlace is 0.3 inches longer than regulation standard AR 670-1 subsection 12.4.7, one notice read. Report to supply for proper lace replacement immediately. Soldiers were confused but followed orders. Supply sergeant played along pretending these were real regulations. Soon half the company was getting violations for ridiculous things. Your name tape exhibits excessive boldness and font weight. Your belt buckle reflects 2.7% more light than authorized. Your socks are demonstrating inappropriate enthusiasm. Jackson was having a field day. Created an entire fake regulation manual called AR 670-1.5, Advanced Uniform Standards for Excellence. Soldiers actually started studying it. The prank escalated when Stevens discovered the notices. Instead of realizing they were fake, he was impressed by the attention to detail and comprehensive uniform knowledge being demonstrated. Stevens called Jackson into his office. Private, I've been watching your work on uniform standards. Outstanding initiative. I'm promoting you to company uniform compliance specialist. Jackson panicked. Sir, I don't think nonsense. You clearly understand regulations better than anyone. I want you to formalize these inspections. Make them part of our weekly routine. Now Jackson was trapped. Had to keep creating fake violations or admit the whole thing was a prank. He chose to dig deeper. Developed elaborate inspection checklists. Button thread count verification. Sock elasticity measurements. Name tape adhesion testing. Each one more ridiculous than the last. Stevens loved it. Started showing Jackson's work to other company commanders. Look at this attention to detail. This is how you maintain standards. Battalion commander got involved. Colonel Williams reviewed Jackson's innovations and was blown away. This is exactly the kind of initiative we need in the modern army. 3 months later, Jackson's fake regulations became official policy for the entire battalion. Every company had to implement enhanced uniform compliance protocols based on his made-up standards. The irony was beautiful. Jackson, who'd started this to mock excessive uniform standards, had accidentally created the most excessive uniform standards in Army history. Soldiers were spending 2 hours every morning measuring lace lengths and testing button security. Supply rooms ordered special tools for thread count verification. The whole thing was insane. Jackson finally confessed to his squad leader, "Sergeant, I need to tell you something. Those regulations, I made them all up. None of this is real." Sergeant Miller just laughed. "Yeah, we figured that out months ago, but the colonel loves it. Stevens got promoted based on it, and battalion efficiency ratings are through the roof. So we're stuck with it." The fake regulations stayed in place for 2 years. Only got removed when a Pentagon inspector asked to see the source documentation for sock elasticity standards, and nobody could produce it. Jackson got an Army Commendation Medal for innovative approaches to uniform standards and attention to detail. Citation never mentioned that everything was completely fictional. He tried to explain the truth to Stevens during the award ceremony. Stevens just winked and said, "Sometimes the best innovations come from creative thinking, Private. Keep up the good work." Years later, Jackson became a drill sergeant. Uses the story to teach recruits about unintended consequences. Be careful what you fake, he tells them. You might end up having to make it real. That fake regulation manual still circulates as a joke among veterans. Someone posts it online every few months. New soldiers occasionally take it seriously and start measuring their bootlaces. The moral of the story? In the military, your prank might become doctrine. And once something becomes doctrine, good luck getting rid of it.